Hey, we are back live at the Backyard Bar Stage and Grill, downtown Waco on 8th Street. I got Dustin Coufal, President, CEO, Chief Pooper Scooper in the barn. Have you ever had to scoop that poop before?
I actually have more than once.
I was going to say, probably more than once.
Yep. We get to do it all there at the Extraco Event Center.
I bet you do. I bet you do. I asked you first thing this morning when you walked in, are you excited about the new position at the Extraco?
Yep. Oh, Zach, I'm excited. One, I've been here for about 10 years, so it's been fun to kind of watch and see Waco grow and the Extraco Event Center grow. But now to be able to kind of move forward with the organization in this next role, I'm excited. My family's excited, and the future's bright. We've got a great road ahead of us. We've got a great foundation, great board of directors, an incredible set of over 600 volunteers that are ready to rock and roll and put on the largest event in Central Texas, as well as we keep people busy 48 weekends a year around there. So there's a lot going on, and I'm excited to continue that and just continue to make things even better for everyone here in our community.
We're going to talk about some of the things that have taken place and some upcoming things over there at the Extraco Event Center. And I will tell you this, in the many years of radio, I would think, okay, the Extraco Event Center is the Coliseum, and then I would say the Extraco. And I really didn't know what to call all the other parts of it. We just called the whole thing Extraco Event Center. And also we have the new base, which is really not new anymore.
Not newish.
Newish. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about, you said the 600 volunteers. I can't think of anyone that has even close to that many people that volunteer. To help out. Maybe the Masters golf tournament, But anyway, we got so much to talk about with Dustin this morning. We got birthdays. We've got some country music history. A little bit later on in the 9 o'clock hour, Matthew Upchurch is going to be here. He's a great singer, and he's going to come in and play some music for you in the 9 o'clock hour. And no telling what else might come up. We'll talk sports. We'll talk everything. And if I was thinking this morning, I should have worn my cowboy hat, and we would have looked like two rodeo announcers. And I could have said, hey, get ready now, the one coming out of the chute. Give him a round of applause. That's all he's taking home with him tonight.
Yeah, I wore this cowboy hat just because I didn't want the light to blind everybody here, so I just went ahead and kept the cover on this.
That's a great deal. With the glare off of my hair and yours, that could have really been a mess up this morning, both of us.
Yeah, two glares don't make it right. So.
That's it. Well, tell me a little bit about you, where you're from, just about you. How did you get to the Extraco Event Center 10 years ago?
Yeah, so, Zach, I think it's kind of an interesting story or at least to me, it's fairly interesting. I grew up just 25 minutes down the road in Troy, Texas. So, been a lifelong Central Texan. I remember, and I don't know why this memory sticks in my head, but when I was a boy, my mom's family, they're all from Moody. So my dad's family's from Belton. So we're Central Texas people. And
right.
I remember this is many, many years ago where, I was at my grandpa's farm and we were taking some metal to the yard here, and we were driving down 84. And I remember as a little boy, my grandpa was like, if you hit it just right, you can drive all the way from one end of 84 to the other and never stop at the red lights. And sure enough, that day he hit it just right, and we made it all the way down 84 in Waco, Texas. And so, that was let's just say that was in the late 80s, early 90s. 30 years later, I've never been able to do that.
To do it
that he did it one time, and I've never been able to recreate that feat. But anyway, so I grew up as a boy. We were very active in 4-H and FFA. We showed animals, and so we came to the Heart of Texas Fair and Rodeo as kids, and we showed here. I was actually a calf scramble recipient from the Heart of Texas Fair and Rodeo. Yep.
Holy cow!
So got to show in the show as a kiddo, and then. And, just kind of...
You were a little bit too old to do the mutton busted, weren't you?
A little bit too old. So
too old.
And I have a lot of memories of some of our best friends growing up. We'd come to Waco. We'd go down to Lions Park and slide down the big slide. We'd ride the train. So I've been around this kind of Central Texas my whole life. And then...
Now, when you were that age and maybe a little bit older, what in your mind, I mean, you were showing animals and doing that. What in your mind did you say, I want to be when I grow up.
You know, what's interesting is that kind of changed and gravitated over time. But I was telling the story the other day that when I went to so after high school and all that, I went to Texas A&M. I had one thing on my mind: I wanted to be a banker. And went to A&M, got an ag economics degree. Actually did some quite minoring, but a lot of courses in finance and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And I have never worked in a bank a day in my life. So,
well, what do you think the turning point was when you said, you know what, this is cool?
Yeah, so I can tell you exactly when that turning point was. I was in college and I was working for the environmental health and safety, which was probably one of the coolest jobs ever, because working for environmental health and safety, we checked fire extinguishers.
Okay.
Made sure they all were up to code.
Okay.
We got to go to every building on campus, free access. So Kyle Field, I can tell you where every one of the fire extinguishers are, because we had to change them prior to the new renovations, obviously.
Yeah.
We were in a fraternity meeting, and our advisor said, "Hey, Dustin, I got a guy looking for a student worker. Are you interested?" I'm like, sure. I'm always looking for good opportunity. And,
sure.
And little did I know that at that point it was working for the extension service. We worked on a program, and then so I worked with those guys for 2 years. And then when I was graduating, they're like, "Hey, we got a job open with the Texas AgriLife Extension Service." So I went to work for AgriLife, and kind of the rest is history there. From, I was a county extension agent for a little over 10 years, and through that was very involved in the fair and rodeo industry, kids showing 4-H, all that kind of good stuff. And then got to come back here and serve in a couple roles at the Heart of Texas Fair. I was a judge for the pig show 2 years in a row.
Right.
Then I was also a sheep superintendent, and just something that kind of that love as a boy turned into a passion as I got in my career. And
that's great.
One day I saw a Facebook message, and I knew Wes because as a county agent, we did things at the fair and rodeo, and
sure,
he had seen me judge, so I knew who Wes Allison was. And then one day, Zach, I get a Facebook message and says, "Hey, we got a position coming open. See what you think." And, opened that Facebook message, saw a position description, showed it to my wife, and she said, "Hey, that's kind of exactly what you like to do." And,
hey, we get paid for it.
Yeah. And then the best part, was volunteering. Now I get paid for every day. And so anyway, so that's kind of a long story to say. And then 10 years later, here I am. So
there you are.
So really, I came to be in this position from a Facebook message of all things. So.
That's amazing. That's great. Yeah. Wife and kids?
Yep. I have a wonderful wife, Bridget, and I have 3 kids. My oldest is a graduating senior who will continue his education at Texas A&M next year.
Of course he does.
It's
a he or girl?
It's a he.
Okay. Cole. You have all boys like your family?
No. So I am one of 4 boys. Yeah. I actually had 1 boy and 2 girls.
Oh, okay.
And then my middle child, Kenna, is in 8th grade. And then my youngest child, Ella, is in 4th grade. So
who's the biggest handful?
Oh, I don't know. They're all,
is it the wife?
Yeah. Oh, no, not going to say that one. I'm not getting in trouble tonight when
Sorry. Hey, it's April Fool's, okay?
Yeah, April Fool's. It's the youngest.
Okay.
Maybe. So,
yeah.
So that's a little bit about me and the crazy crew that we have at the house.
That's great. All right, we're going to talk more with Dustin about the new position coming up over at the Extraco, maybe some changes, things that we may look forward to. We'll talk a little bit about what Wes is going to go do. And I'm going to tell you this, you might as well go ahead and be nice to him a little bit longer, because Wes is going to be on the show next week to say goodbye. And he may get the last shot at you, so you never know.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're going to talk more. Dustin Coufal. And before I go, and I should have asked you this right off the bat when you said history about you and growing up, kid. How many ways have you heard your last name butchered?
So I'm answering a different way.
Okay.
I hear it answered right maybe 1 out of 100 times. So,
really?
So it's easier to tell you how many people can say it wrong. Coufal, Coufal. I've heard Soufal. I'm like, and how do you? Yes, I don't understand then. But when I hear that one person say Soufal, I'm like, all right, who do you know?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
We're come across the Soufal. So.
I will tell you this, that, in the many, many years, Jim and I were able to do quite a bit of advertising and remotes for the Coufal family in the tractor business. And so we learned pretty quick. This is how you say it. So that's good. Kind of got me ready for that. Dustin Coufal from over at the Extraco Event Center, our guest this morning. Big thank you to Waco Realtors, Doug Eastland and the clan for letting me do this show. They provide financial support for us, as well as my friends over at Be Kind Coffee on Washington Avenue. You need a cup of coffee, stop by Be Kind this morning and take advantage of that. So much to talk about, so much to do this morning. We'll take a short break and we'll be right back.
Are you ready to take your real estate career to the next level? Whether you're a seasoned pro or just getting started, Weichert Realtors, the Eastland Group, is the place for you. At Weichert, we provide cutting-edge technology, personalized coaching and training, proven systems to help you succeed, all in a positive, drama-free atmosphere. Our team is more than just a real estate brokerage. We're a family dedicated to growth, support, and real results. Call us today to schedule a meeting or visit theeastlandgroup.com to learn more.
Get paid faster with Bill, the easiest way to send, receive, and manage your payments. No more delays, no more hassle. Whether you're a freelancer or a business, Bill makes payments seamless and secure, simple, fast, and reliable. Sign up today at Bill.com. Overwhelmed by your inbox? Clean Email is here to help. Organize, clean, and manage your emails with powerful automation tools. Say goodbye to spam and clutter and enjoy a stress-free inbox. Try Clean Email today at cleanemail.com. That's CLEAN email.com. Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Combine that with OrganicHemp.com's top-quality CBD for ultimate balance. Start your healing journey today at GlobalHealing.com and OrganicHemp.com. Unlock a world of convenience with Mully Box, your one-stop solution for personalized subscription boxes delivered right to your door. Each box is tailored to your tastes. Experience the joy of surprises. Subscribe today at mullybox.com. That's MULLYBOX.com. At Tusain's, we understand that maintaining a healthy lifestyle can be challenging, especially in today's fast-paced world. That's why our mission is to make fitness accessible to everyone, anywhere. Committed to excellence, we adopt a user-centric approach guided by ergonomics and medical science. With a team of seasoned professionals in R&D, design, and manufacturing, we prioritize quality across our entire product line. Visit Tusains.com today and start your journey to better health. That's TOUSAINS.com.
At Open Goal USA, we're revolutionizing training for both soccer and lacrosse with our innovative portable rebounders. Perfect for players of all ages and skill levels, our rebounders improve accuracy, control, and technique in both sports. Built with premium materials for durability and ease of use, they're ideal for training anywhere, anytime. Whether you're perfecting your soccer game or sharpening your lacrosse skills, Open Goal USA has you covered. Visit OpenGoalUSA.com and elevate your training today.
Relax with Hemp Delicious. Organically grown hemp, massively blended with delicious organic herbs, responsibly sourced for their holistic benefits. Each sip offers calming, antioxidant-rich wellness. Brewed just for you. Sip the calm with Hemp Delicious. Find your blend at hempdelicious.com.
Introducing Muck-Off's classic pink bike cleaner, powered by revolutionary nanotechnology that breaks down dirt and grime on a microscopic level while protecting your bike's delicate finish. Developed by our mad developer Alex and tested by riders, our products are made by riders for riders. Discover more at us.muc-off.com, where we break the mold to bring you the best in bike care.
Visit roguemediamusic.com for more music.
Yard Bar, Stage, and Grill, brought to you by Weichert Realtors, the Eastland Group. We're on 8th Street, downtown Waco. We do this live show Monday through Friday, 8 to 10 o'clock. First hour, have a special guest like Dustin. Second hour is a local musician. And Dustin, I've been so lucky to have This is our 62nd show. I've had 62 different guests, and out of 62 musicians, I've only repeated, I think, twice. So very fortunate to have so many talented people to come in and be on the show. Like Matthew Upchurch is going to be on this morning in the 9 o'clock hour. We've already talked about today is April 1st, April Fool's Day. What else is happening today? Well, I will tell you. And usually they're really stupid things. And usually you and I promise, have never heard that today is Edible Book Day. You ever heard of an edible book?
I don't want to read them, much less eat them.
Exactly. I like you. International Fun at Work Day. We always have fun here on this show.
We have fun every day at work, so don't need a day of fun. So.
It's always funny. People would ask us over the years, Jim and I, they'd go, hey, do you like doing what you do? Well, hello. We played music and laughed and told jokes and got to meet people. And that's kind of the way it is at Waco Realtors, our fun day at the office. So that's International Fun Day. It's National Fun Day as well. Today is National Sourdough Bread Day. Do you like sourdough bread?
I like sourdough bread.
I do too.
What if they make me a hamburger with it?
Ooh. Yeah, I've always been told it's better for you than regular bread.
Really?
I don't know. Maybe that's not right. Today is U.S. Air Force Academy Day. It commemorated on this day every year. The day was established to honor the historic milestones and remarkable achievements of predecessors of the U.S. Air Force Academy. So in the Air Force Academy in Colorado, I believe. What's the town over there, Mike? Mike knows everything. He yells at me over here. So I'm trying to think of where the Air Force Academy. I know because we used to have a radio station there many years ago. He's going to yell at me anyway. So there we are. That's today, April 1st, April Fool's Day. Be careful. Somebody's going to try something. You know that.
I know they are. They are. So
one of the craziest things that I ever did on April Fool's Day was I was working in Abilene in radio at Keene 105, and we decided that we were going to make a major trade. We were going to say that I think it was Troy Aikman, or maybe before Troy Aikman back then in the late 80s. Anyway, whoever the quarterback was, there was an even swap for somebody like, I don't know, some other famous quarterback. I think it was in Denver we picked out. And we made people believe they'd call us. We go, yeah, big equal swap. And then we got in real trouble. You can't do that. La, 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 la. So that's the biggest April Fool's I ever pulled.
Yeah.
Yeah, Colorado Springs. That's correct. Air Force Academy, Colorado, outside of Colorado Springs. Heard it's beautiful up there. Dustin Coufal, the new president, CEO, everything over there, is with me right now. You officially take over May
4th. May 4th.
There you go. Now, let's talk about that. What have you been, what's been your title and your daily job?
So my previous role has been the general manager, where I oversee all the day-to-day operations, everything from sponsorship sales to the operation side volunteers. So just kind of a little bit of everything, working with everyone there, all of our departments and the wonderful staff that we have. So that's what I've been doing on a day-to-day basis for the last, since I took over as general manager. And then prior to that, when I was the vice president of the fair, I only did fair. So that was my main responsibility, was the fair and rodeos.
Now, is it true, it's come to my attention, I've got it written right here, that the biggest job, the hardest, toughest job is trying to keep Diane Walters in line?
Oh, no, Diane is great. She never gets into the ditch. She always stays right between the two lines,
April Fools.
And she always wears that really ugly color that is on me a little bit. But I love Diane. She's awesome. She's a great volunteer, just a great human being. But we're going to get her in some maroon or someday, maybe.
That's right. The mouth of the South. All right, here we go. So that's been your role.
Yep.
What's the next step? This new role, what does that encompass?
So I think what it encompasses is pretty simple. It's making sure that over the last 53 years, as the Heart of Texas Fair and Rodeo has been here, the Extraco Event Center is our company and organization. has grown and evolved to continue to grow and evolve and meet the needs of all of our customers. And it's really simple to me, Zach, we look back at our mission statement. We're going to provide economic impact for McLennan County, and we're going to provide education, entertainment, and most importantly, we're going to generate funds to give scholarship dollars to Texas youth. And so I think at the end of the day, that the simple answer to that question is, my job is to make sure that we as an organization are meeting our mission.
It also probably, I'm just stepping out, you'll have more day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month contact with the commissioners. Yes, that you may not have had in the past.
Absolutely. And so as my role will, evolve into more to be in the face of the organization, working with all of our community partners, commissioners court, cities and the local governments, the local communities. So absolutely. And I look forward to that opportunity to get to build those relationships and work, because I'm a big believer and we're truly in this together. So whether it's a team of 2 or 3 or 14 at the office, or the team of commissioners, staff, and everybody in the community, we've got to be a team if we want to continue to make this a better place for everyone.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. All right, Dustin Coufal, we're talking about the Extraco Event Center, Heart of Texas Fair, and Rodeo. We got so much more to talk about, but right now it's time to check in, see what's happening in the world of country music news. We're going to check in with Nashville Cat coming up next.
As for Morgan Wallen ever returning to Saturday Night Live, NBC said he's welcome. And a fan who was there said after leaving the camera frame, Morgan went to the audience so he could meet a sick child there to see him. Blake Shelton's 16-year-old stepson Zuma will play at Ole Red Tishomingo Friday night in Oklahoma. Pretty sure Blake and Gwen will also hop on stage. For his 16th birthday, Blake gave Zuma an old truck that was Blake's dad's, and Zuma named it Dorothy after Blake's mom. Finally, the only way anyone can contact Jelly Roll, including his wife, is by email. Jelly has no cell phone or access to social media, just an email address and a laptop to check it. I'm Nashville Cat on the Zack Owen Show.
We are back live, Backyard Bar Stage and Grill. My guest this morning, Dustin Coufal from over at the Extraco Event Center, Heart of Texas Fair and Rodeo, everything that's happening over there. And we were talking off air that, I remember I was here in the early 80s, and then I left to go to Abilene. But we had a lot to do over at the Coliseum. And then I came back in late 92. Things really started changing. I remember when the Coliseum was an air-conditioned, total renovation. Everything took place. Started making changes, paving things, more things paved. They built the new entranceway, and then along comes the base. Tell us about the base.
So, the base is the first phase of our McLennan County venue project, which the voters graciously put into play back in 2017. And, for those that haven't been to the base, they don't know what they're missing.
It's amazing.
So this weekend, my daughters actually, we're talking about the kiddos, they actually participated in it, but there was a huge volleyball tournament, and then we're flipping it over. We've had so many different events in there, from Goodfellas to Fuzzy Friends, Mardi Gras Ball, Freedom Ball, and then we can turn it over. We've had, on the other side of things, we've had jiu-jitsu, which I didn't even know that was a thing, but they participate in it.
Did you try it?
I watched. So I know better to embarrass myself out there. But so you want to talk about a multi-purpose, multifunctional space, and that's what the base does. It can encompass so many different things.
And tell us why it's called base.
It stands for business, arts, sports, and entertainment.
There you go.
In the last since it opened its doors in May of 21, that building has encompassed its name of business, art, sports, and entertainment, and by hosting many of those same type events those four walls.
Oh yeah, and I will tell you this too. During the fair, all the vendors, it is so nice to go in there, in the air conditioning, the lighting is so good. It is truly a nice addition to the fairgrounds over there.
Absolutely. It's a wonderful building and a great addition to us.
All right, let's talk about down the road. What's to come?
So I think there's great things to come, and as I mentioned, and we've talked about the venue project. There's currently we're in the next few phases of that master plan, and I don't want to spill all the good things coming in, but as we look down the road and down the pipeline, look for expanded opportunities, expanded buildings, new growth, new phases to encompass that master plan as we build that campus, and I'm excited about that future because, you know, we're in a great place as an organization. We do a lot of great things, but as Central Texas and Waco continues to grow, there's opportunity there. And as we grow and we progress and we get more buildings and we kind of put in this complete campus master plan, the opportunities are going to be endless of what we can do and bring to McLennan County, bring to Waco, Texas, and ultimately, as I said earlier, help us meet our mission of economic impact and scholarship. So,
you know, I don't think some people understand that when barrel racing, showing animals, whether it's any type of event that is like that, they get together and they decide what city to go to based on what's there, how good of a facility it is, what do they have to offer, what does the town have to offer in way of hotels, stuff like that. I mean, they can choose San Angelo, they can choose Abilene, they can choose Bell County, you know, anywhere. You've got to compete every day with other venues, and you got to make them the best. And that's the great thing about over at Extraco is they've kept up, they've done what's needed, they've looked into the future and said, we need this by, you know, whatever year. So hats off to you guys.
Thank you.
Great job. Funny thing is, I just happened to be looking at TikTok or Facebook the other day, and I see the big tower fall over, and I immediately text Wes and I said, was that planned? Or did it just fall over?
You know, it was really cool to see it, but like we were out there watching that day going, expecting this big, dramatic, and it just kind of tumbled over, boom.
There it is.
It's done.
Yeah.
but lots of cool things going on over there. So we're excited about the future. And you know, you hit just right, Zach. It is hot. We are in a highly competitive market, and what makes it great is we're able to do our job because Waco is such a great place. Our hoteliers, our food, you know, backyard's a pretty good place to come eat, and you want to see some good shows on the weekend. There's plenty to do here, and so that is what is really helping, you know, drive and help our business and getting our repeat customers. But as we expand the grounds, we grow, we'll have even more opportunity to bring more people in, and so that's one of the things we're really excited about.
The economic impact to the whole community, from hotels, restaurants, et cetera, is amazing. I don't know if you ever have seen it or heard me tell the story that I always love to tell because we're talking about the future and the base and this. I remember that before Wes, the general manager, the head guy was Mark Miller, and Mark Miller's office was upstairs. This is before, of course, the renovations. And I went into his office, and on the wall was a real painting, not a picture. I'm pretty sure it was a painting, and it was the future of the fairgrounds. And on there, the future was a horse racing track. Swear to you.
Yep.
Probably out over away a little bit, but I remember that. I go, oh, horse racing track. Ooh, that sounds cool. You know, of course that never is going to take place, but yeah, it was a good idea, good thought. Anyway, I laughed about that when I remember seeing that first thing, going, hey, look over here at this painting over here. Hey, we're talking to Dustin Coufal over here, who's about to become the new president, CEO of Extraco Event Center. And I know we've got to say before we move on any further, how important is Extraco to the Coliseum over there, the company Extraco Banks?
Well, that is our biggest partner, and you know, obviously they are they have the naming position of our entire campus, and Extraco, we have a great relation with them. Extraco Banks does so much for the local community, so much for just the people around us. It is I don't know if I could even give you the words to describe how much we value that partnership and relationship we have with those folks over there. And, you know, that's not something that's new. We have had that a deep tie with the Extraco banks. And
About how long you think they've been naming? That's been a long
it's
time.
been a while. It's been a pretty good chunk of time. So it's a great relationship, great folks over there at Extraco Banks, and we're proud to be the Extraco Event Center, home of the Heart of Texas Fair and Rodeo. And as you said earlier, it's not just the Coliseum. It is the entire campus is the Extraco Event Center, from the Coliseum, the base, to the show pavilion.
Show pavilion.
That is the Extraco Event Center.
It's great to have a naming partner, and very important. You know, a lot of people don't realize the importance of the money, the income from that, and the partnership, like you said, been around a long time. But anyway, Extraco Event Center, and I will tell you, in all the years that Jim and I did the radio show, you don't know how many, whether it was a concert, a monster truck, whatever was coming, and it was a national commercial. So it was done somewhere else and sent to us to play. How many times the guy would go, monster trucks are coming to the Extracto. I swear to you,
I know.
probably 2 out of 5 times they'd go Extracto, and we'd go, no, Extraco, read it.
There's no T.
There's
no T. Just read.
Just read
Just
it.
read, yes.
But, you know, we're Waco and Waco, so there you go. Dustin Coufal, my guest this morning, got so much more to talk about. You know what we ought to do right now? We ought to play a classic music video, get a little music going this morning. Be right back after this.
Across 100 seas, been over my knees, sweating like a cold sweet tea in August, looking for a path, an easy way back. As a younger man, I long for you in earnest. Night in Baton Rouge, shaking in my boots, breaking all the rules, I feel like bending. But as the morning came, I was lost again. There's another point of no return was passing. Well, look back in my mirror, see the man I wanna be. Though our fathers left us nothing, there's nothing that I need. The last of the breed. Child in your eyes, splitting of the skies, the falling of the rain upon my shoulder, waiting for my ride. Take me down the line to find a right to what I never told her. The setting of the sun, a bandit on the run, hoping that they'll make it to tomorrow. For each new seed you sow, up tomorrow we'll go, meet you in the throes of sweetest sorrow. When I look back in my mirror, see the man I wanna be. Although our fathers left us nothing, there's nothing that I need. Last of the breed. Well, back in my mirror. 'Cause he's a man I wanna be. Though our father left us nothing, give me eyes to see. Lord, my soul will keep nothing from you that I need. The last of the breed.
Hey, we are back live. Here we are, Backyard Bar, Stage, and Grill. Dustin Coufal from over the Extraco Event Center going to take the new head spot over there coming up May the 5th?
May 4th.
May 4th.
I believe that's Monday.
I hate to do that. I took a day away from you on that there.
It's all right. Hey, it's all right. You may have taken an extra headache away from me. So.
One day, you get to sleep in that day.
Yeah, okay, we'll take a break.
April Fool's Day. Today is April 1st. Second quarter begins. We are going to have another beautiful day here in Central Texas. High today, 81, mostly sunny and light wind. This is the day to get out. Go fishing, go golfing, whatever. Get outside and do something. What do you guys got coming up in the near future over there, whether it be play? And I knew it had to be volleyball the other day because I did drive by the base center, and there were all these little school buses from schools I didn't recognize. And I bet they're playing volleyball.
Yep, we had volleyball this weekend. We had a horse show. And so, it's funny you say, what do we have coming up? Because it seems like that question's easy. There's always something, but we'll start about tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning at around 7 a.m., 3,900 kids.
Wait a minute. 3,900?
Yep, just short of 4,000. So I could round up, but that 3,900 is still pretty impressive to me.
That's that Aggie math.
That Aggie math, yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, Aggie math. Oh, there's 5,000. But we'll have right at 4,000 kids from the Rio Grande to the Red River, all the way to the Panhandle to the Trinity, from across the state of Texas, showing up for our annual Heart of Texas Fair career development event invitation contest, which is for the FFA kids.
Right.
So they'll participate in a range of contests all throughout the morning, and then when they're done, they'll head on down the road. But like I said, we've got almost 4,000 kids coming tomorrow morning for that across the state of Texas. That some of them are staying in town tonight. I know they're all going to eat when they get here. So really looking forward to that. Then this weekend, we're moving into our ranch sorting event from the Equestrian Network's going to be here. And then we just keep on rolling. We have horse shows coming up. We have, we're going to get into the graduation season coming up into May.
Oh, yeah.
So there is something for everyone right now. We're going to stay busy and booked.
You're going to have to help me off the top of your head. I just know it's going to take place. Is it in about 10 days or whatever? Kevin Fowler is going to be there playing for the 4-H. Having a big deal?
Yeah, the Texas 4-H Foundation is hosting a fundraiser on Friday, April 11th.
11th, yeah.
Yep, so if you don't have anything going on, there's plenty of tickets available. Come see Kevin Fowler. But more importantly, you get to watch Kevin Fowler and support a good cause. So it's pretty good stuff.
It's a great cause.
Yep.
Yeah.
Zach, I've been sandbagging on you a little bit, though.
Uh-oh.
So you're talking about events coming up.
Right.
So on Tuesday, April 29th, is probably my favorite event of the year that we do. And it may not be the biggest numbers, but it is the most impactful event we do. So on Tuesday, April 29th at 6 p.m. at the base at the Extraco Event Center, we will be hosting our annual scholarship banquet.
Wow.
Where we will be giving out $300,000 to youth across the state of Texas.
About how many will receive the scholarships?
There's going to be between 45 and 50 kids receiving $300,000. You know what the really cool thing is? Not a single kid that gets a scholarship will get less than $3,000.
Wow.
So that event's coming up, and so if anyone is interested in seeing that event or just seeing that, and I don't want to give all the good details, but I want somebody to be interested. It's a pretty cool event. We do a scholarship banquet. Like if you're looking for your school boring banquet, this is not what it is. We're gonna it's fun. We're gonna have music, lights. We do a pretty cool production. So if anyone is interested in seeing what our scholarship banquet is all about, just give us a call. Give us a call at the event center. You can always shoot me an email at dustin@hotfair.com, and we'll get you the information on how you can come out and see it, because it is something cool. And when you see. So that many kids, they come there, they don't know what they're getting, they just know they're getting something.
Yeah.
And then we award those top dollar amounts, like I said, from $3,000 to $25,000. It's pretty
amazing.
cool. But so we do all these other events year round to allow us to do this one event at the end of April.
Sure.
That is there another way you can impact? I mean, 300, that's pretty impactful, isn't it?
It is, yes. And by the way, I have just signed up to go to the Central Texas Chainsaw Sharpening College. Is there any chance I could catch some of that money, scholarship money?
If you will go through the application process, and that's one thing.
I got to read and write?
Hey, I'm going to give the shameless plug because I got a minute on our scholarship. You know what? We believe in higher education.
Right.
We don't care where that higher education is. We've sent kids to real estate school. We've sent kids to cosmetology school.
Wow.
We even sent a kid to Hartford. So, but
wow.
We want to help kids.
Yeah.
We don't care what you're doing. We want you to be a part of the community, be valuable. And if you can meet the criteria, we'll send our money anywhere. We are not picky.
I love it.
So
that is
we just
great.
want to help kids.
Now, it's funny, we were talking about Aggie math a while ago. My girlfriend, I call her my girlfriend, fiance, wife, because I'm really not sure what to say when you get to my age. It just feels weird calling you a girlfriend or a fiance. Anyway, she is a accounting major from A&M. So she probably knows when I say Aggie math exactly what you're saying there.
She's an expert in Aggie math then.
Expert.
And
the funny thing about Andrea is she worked for the Texas A&M, would go to different schools and audit that are under the umbrella of Texas A&M. She worked for them, and then one day she said, you know what, I want to do real estate. And so now she does, for the last 16 plus years, real estate here in town. But hats off to her. She only needs to use 2 hands and 1 foot to count. So that's good.
That's real good.
That's real good. I'm just making fun this morning, honey. It's April Fool's. Dustin Coufal is with us this morning. And coming up in the 9 o'clock hour, Matthew Upchurch is going to be here to sing some great songs for you. I'm excited to visit with him, find out where he's from and some of the great artists that he looks up to and maybe influences his style of music. We're going to come back. We're going to talk more with Dustin about what's going on over at the Extraco Event Center and maybe some crazy stories, some behind-the-scenes funny stuff. All right? So stick around. We'll be right back.
Are you ready to take control of your health? At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. Say goodbye to long waits and office visits. Check your health on your own terms with 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today and free yourself from traditional medicine. That's the number 4uhealth.com. At Fullwell, we bring together the expertise of registered dietitians, MDs, and OBGYNs to give you the best fertility support. Our research-backed bioavailable formulas are crafted with your health in mind, ensuring the highest quality and safety. From preconception to pregnancy and beyond, we exceed industry standards with independent testing for harmful contaminants. With our comprehensive practitioner directory, personalized care is always within reach. Fullwell, your trusted partner on your fertility journey. Visit us at fullwellfertility.com. Experience the perfect blend of exquisite craftsmanship and life-changing technology with Gevi. Every product is built with precision, featuring specialized parts that ensure durability, efficiency, and safety. We put every machine through 6,000 rigorous tests to guarantee long-lasting performance. With cutting-edge technology and a commitment to energy efficiency, Gevi makes your life easier, greener, and more convenient. Upgrade your everyday with Gevi. Visit us at gevi.com to discover more. That's gevi.com.
With San, owning iconic furniture no longer requires paying a premium. We use the finest materials like Italian top-grain leather, known for its durability and luxurious feel, and apply meticulous attention to detail in every piece we create. Our replicas are crafted with the same care and precision as the originals, but a price that makes them accessible. With over 15,000 satisfied customers worldwide, we've proven that high-quality furniture doesn't have to come with a high price tag. Explore our collection today at san.com.
At Covers & All, we've revolutionized protective solutions with cutting-edge, customizable covers, tarps, and curtains. Using advanced tech fabrics that are 100% waterproof, UV tear, and abrasion resistant, we ensure lasting durability with hand-sewn double-stitched seams. Our commitment to quality, precision engineering, and customizable options is unmatched. With vertically integrated operations and express shipping, we deliver premier protection at affordable prices. Visit coversandall.com today for the perfect fit, guaranteed to last.
Protect your online privacy with NordVPN. Browse securely, access content from anywhere, and keep your data safe with military-grade encryption. Whether at home or on the go, NordVPN ensures your digital freedom. Stay secure. Download NordVPN today at nordvpn.com. That's NORDVPN.com. Elevate your experience with Grenco Science, the leaders in cutting-edge vaporizers. Whether you're at home or on the go, our sleek, powerful devices deliver smooth, consistent hits every time. Quality you can trust, innovation you can feel. Grenco Science, take your vapor game to the next level. Visit us at GrencoScience.com.
It all began with a simple idea, cutting handles off old ski sticks to create better pull-up bars. This sparked the creation of the revolutionary Engels 90 handles. After testing over 70 prototypes with 300 athletes, our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
It's a Pete Souza Show. Sports, Pete.
Visit roguemediamusic.com for more music.
Hey, we're back live, Backyard Bar Stage and Grill, downtown Waco, 8th Street, where they've got great shows lined up for you. Chris Cox is going to stop by next hour and talk about who's up this weekend. But last weekend was an incredible weekend of music. Friday night, Pat Green had a great crowd out here. Saturday night, the Huser Brothers were here actually recording and videoing a new album. They did a live album, and this place was slammed. They were lined up down the street to get in. Wonderful crowd Saturday night. And again, thanks to the Huser Brothers and Backyard for letting me be a small part emceeing the show. I had a great time. They had fire and smoke and everything. It was a presentation. It was
Incredible show.
And we were talking beforehand. It is so great to see those two young men do so well because they're great guys. Super guys. Huser Brothers. Make sure you put them down. It's not your typical classic country. I will warn you ahead of time, but really funny. We had a video yesterday that they didn't know, but one of the brothers was here Sunday night singing karaoke. They do karaoke on Sunday, and we had a video we played yesterday morning. Are you a karaokeer?
No, I'm not. You don't want me to sing. You don't want me to sing.
Anybody in your family, kids, wife?
Actually, my son, he doesn't sing, but he does like to play guitar, and he is self-taught. He's never had a minute of formal training, but he has taught himself to play bass, electric, acoustic, and it gets a little loud at nights, but but it's pretty good. The best part, of course, this does my being born in the 80s and kind of growing up in the 90s, early 2000s. Right. He plays everything from Leonard Skinner to Texas country to even some of the really good old school stuff, Poison. And when I hear him playing all that, one day I was like, hey, Cole, play a little bit of this. I put some metallic. He's like, Dad, that's some pretty good guitar. I'm like, yeah, but let's learn this anyway.
Yeah.
So, but
that's
he likes
great.
to play a little bit of it all. So
Yeah, you don't need
very proud of it.
you don't need radio or anything at home. You've got the kid that does it.
I've got the son. So yep.
All right, let's think back. I was thinking about some of the craziest things that happened to me and Jim over the years, and that was many, many years ago. It was the 100th anniversary of the Ferris wheel. And when we heard about it, of course, we were Waco 100, we said, you know what? Let's ride the Ferris wheel 100 hours and donate. People could ride with us. We sold T-shirts, took donations, and all the money went to a local charity called Community Cancer, which they're still around and do a great job. Anyway, they put a porta-john right by and that was our porta-john. And when it would stop to pick up riders, we'd jump off and run and go to the porta-john. And we slept on it. And that particular year, it was extremely warm, hot. And we smelled so bad after riding that thing for 100 hours. But we raised a lot of money. It was really fun. And it was, but that's one of the funniest things. And I will tell you the other thing, we were educated and learned the life of after-hour carnies.
Oh, it's very interesting. You know, there's some things people should see, and there's some things people shouldn't. That's one of those things that if you've never seen what it looks like after hours, you don't need to see it. Trust me.
You don't need. That's why the gate's locked.
Take our word for it. Right? They don't want to see it.
What's one of the funniest things since you've been there that you can remember happening, or
man,
maybe a concert that didn't go right, or something like that, or maybe a stampeding bull?
So this is one of the. It's been several years ago, but we had an artist that came to play, and he and his road manager decided to go get freed up a little bit. You know, they wanted to go have dinner and, you know, just kind of make sure that he was feeling the vibes that night.
Yeah.
And I didn't get to witness it because I was down on the other end of the grounds, but they turn in and, you know, like any good road manager, he didn't know what the heck he was doing or where he was going. He just knew they were playing here tonight.
Yeah.
So somehow they found themselves in their vehicle driving across the front parking lot, across the ditches, across the grass, everywhere they needed to go except for the one place they needed to be.
Yeah.
And what, you know, I'll tell who it was because he can come back and get me next week. But Wes had to go and stop these guys from driving on the grounds. Mind you, Wes, they were in a black 4-door pickup, Zach. How many black 4-door pickups are in Waco, Texas?
Yeah.
One or two. Wes sees them hauling across the grass. He's on his golf cart. He goes up and he stops them with his golf cart.
Yeah.
And he's not happy.
He's not happy.
Who is this idiot driving across the grass? That idiot just happened to be the headliner that night.
Yeah.
And so after that situation, we had a good show and all that. But that's one of those kind of crazy things. Like, did you hear about? Because did you hear about that crazy idiot that was driving on the grass and all that? I'm like, oh God. Of course, by the time it gets to me, there's all these other stories about who. And then it's like, yeah, it was the artist. So
yeah,
that's one.
I was there. emceeing that night, and
you know what I'm talking about.
Yes. Wes was not happy, and the artist was kind of like in a mood. You know, one of those moods.
Yeah, he was being. We don't have to say it, but they were being a diva.
Yes.
Being bougie. Mm-hmm. We'll use those fancy words now.
Yeah.
Being a bougie diva.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, that's one of those things that always stick out in your mind because it's just kind of like, oh man.
Yeah. Before we let you go, let's just take a quick peek ahead to October.
Mm-hmm.
Heart of Texas Fair, one of the best fairs, biggest fairs, rodeo. Very few that outdo, you know, they're going to be a big market like Houston or whatever. Yep. What do we see coming up in our crystal ball for the fair?
I'm predicting great weather, great entertainment, great attractions, and one killer rodeo that will be one of the best fairs we've seen yet. So that is my prediction right now on April 1st.
About what date, when will we know the musicians that are going to be playing? When is that going to be released?
So I fully expect us to release that mid to late summer. So, sometime around that July to 1st of August, we'll let that lineup out, and it's going to be kind of fun.
It's going to be a blast.
It's going to be cool.
We are very fortunate. I said this earlier that we're fortunate to have the facility here, but we're more fortunate to have the fair and rodeo that takes place here, like second to none.
Yep.
Really is. And I've had a chance to, do radio in other towns that do fair and rodeos, and there's nothing that compares. Dustin Coufal, soon to be the President, CEO of the Extraco Event Center, which encompasses the entire grounds, the base, all that over there. And except for the tower, it's no longer there.
It's gone.
It's gone. And I know that was in your heart going, I get to be over the tower now.
Yeah, that was.
I get to climb that and jump off into a bucket of water.
Darn.
Yeah.
Darn.
Dustin, thank you, buddy. Congratulations. I want to get you back on the show as many times as we can to talk about the fairgrounds. You deserve the position, and congratulations.
Thank you, Zach. And I just want to give you a shout out as we wrap up the show day, because you've been one of our big partners since the day I came here, and we appreciate everything that you do, and we look forward to having you out the fair this year. And so we just want to say thank you as well. So thank you for having me on. It's been a blast.
That means a lot to me, and we've always had a great relationship, whether it be the Zach and Jim blowouts over the years, the fair and rodeos, the trucks and pools and whatever. But thank you so much. It means a lot coming from you. And good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate
Good
it.
luck. All right, Dustin Coufal, we're going to move to a different camera now. We're going to go over to the stage, and Matthew Upchurch, who originally, Matthew, you said you were from Venus?
Yes, sir.
Is that by Uranus?
Yeah, right around Uranus.
That's what I thought. How many times have you heard that?
Once or twice.
Yeah. But currently makes his home in Waco, which is a great little town over there. Waco, I haven't been there in a long time, but is it grown quite a bit?
No, and I hope it stays that way. It's improving though.
Improving. I like that.
Nicer. They're doing a lot of work to downtown area.
Right. Do they have local places that musicians can play over there on a regular basis?
They have a couple. I think they're really just getting their feet wet with it. But they got a couple little bars there that are starting to do some stuff. But I think it's really going to pick up in the coming months.
Right. Matthew is here to sing, so let's stop with the answering questions that I have come out of my head. Today is April Fool's. Just be careful.
That was word I was going to get here. Y'all are going to be here. April Fools.
Hey, it's also, what would I tell you? It's National...
International Fun at Work Day.
Fun at Work Day. So enjoy what you do today.
Right on.
And let's kick it off and have Matthew sing a song for us.
Cool. Well, I'll sing one that I wrote for my little girl. It's called 2 Weeks. It's about me going to work since we're International Fun at Work Day. This is the not so fun part about going to work. It's called 2 Weeks. Daddy, are you leaving me? I said, Daddy's gotta go to work. She reaches up and hands me my hard hat. 3 years old, but she's so white. She's got her mama's eye. Climbs up and plops down in my lap. She said, it's 2 weeks, Daddy, and I'm not gonna cry. When Mama says it's bedtime, I won't whine. I'll be good and I'll eat all my food. Daddy, I wanna be strong just like you. I'll keep Mama safe when she's afraid. I know she's missing you. I'll miss you too. Said I love you so much, she kissed me on the cheek. She said I'll see you in 2 weeks. headed west past some cotton fields, mesquite trees and tall winged mist. Round and round and round and round they go. I'm wishing I could tuck her in tonight. Something tells me that girl's gonna be alright until I get back home. She said it's 2 weeks, Daddy, and I'm not gonna cry. When Mama says it's bedtime, I won't lie. I'll be good and I'll eat all my food. Daddy, I wanna be strong just like you. I keep Mama safe when she's afraid. I know she's missing you. I miss you too. She said I love you so much. She kissed me on the cheek. She said I'll see you in 2 weeks. Pulled in the driveway, toys scattered across the yard. I take that barefoot baby in my arms. She said it was a long 2 weeks, I was good most of the time. And if I said that I went straight to bed, I'd be telling lies. I promise I tried to eat all my food. Daddy, I wanna be strong just like you. I kept Mama safe, she was afraid. I know she was missing you, and I was missing you too. She said I love you so much, she kissed me on the cheek. She said you're mine for 2 weeks. Said you're mine for 2 weeks. Thank you.
That's great. Hey, Matthew, little boy or little girl?
Little girl.
And tell us about that song. And you said you wrote that, and how'd that all come about?
So I've worked in the oil field. I got out of the Army in 2010, and I've been in the oil field ever since. And that little girl, she's 8 now.
Wow.
I wrote that when she was 3, and it's just me leaving for work in the oil field for 2 weeks, and just how those were just conversations that I compiled that me and her had before I'd leave for work or while I was gone, coming home, stuff.
And how long? I'm always curious about songwriting. How long did it take you from the start to the finish to write that song?
That one was pretty quick. Some of them take longer. That one came to me pretty quick. I mean, I had to stop to wipe some tears when I was writing that one. That one hits home a lot.
Yeah.
Though it's hit home for a lot of guys that I work with out there. So.
Well, from a tearjerker song, we're going to go back over. Dustin, I forgot to have him tell the bad joke of the day. And Matthew, here's the rule. No matter how bad it is, you have to laugh.
Got it.
Okay, everybody's got to laugh here. So Dustin Coufal with the bad joke of the day. We were kind of talking about our life earlier.
Yep. Yeah, and I forgot to tell you, Zach, right out of college, did you know I had a job that I made 6 figures at?
Really?
Yes, sir. I made 6 figures that year.
6 figures. What was the job?
Well, unfortunately, I had it for a year because they fired me because I was the worst employee at the toy factory.
Toy factory, 6 figures. Hey, you know what? That was our first kind of interactive bad joke of the day. I think that was pretty good.
Hey,
good job.
Thank you.
Dustin Coufal, bad joke of the day right there. And before I let you go, we didn't mention a lot, but the over 600 volunteers. If somebody would like to be part of a volunteer and which it takes hundreds of different things,
absolutely,
just contact the fairgrounds and say, hey, put me on the list. Or
Man, we make it so easy to volunteer because they are truly our backbone, and we love each and every one of them. They go to hotfair.com, goes about how to volunteer. There's an online form they can fill out, and want somebody from our staff to contact them. So easy as pie. Just go to the website, fill out the form, and boom, we'll get you signed up.
There you go. Volunteers do that today for the upcoming Heart of Texas Fair and Rodeo. Extraco Event Center. We're going to take a little short break. We'll come back, get more music. Matthew's going to give another. Are you doing all originals today?
I can.
I love it. I love originals, man. That's the backbone of our music industry right there.
Yes,
so we'll get some more songs from Matthew coming up. Stick around. Be right back.
Dive into adventure with Scuba.com, your ultimate destination for top-tier scuba and snorkeling gear. With over 20 years of experience, our expert staff, who've dived everywhere from the Galapagos to the Maldives, provides personalized advice to help you find the perfect gear for any underwater journey. Shop leading brands like GoPro, Aqualung, and Scuba Pro. Whether you're a beginner or a pro, trust Scuba.com for the best in diving equipment and expert guidance. Explore now at Scuba.com. That's SCUBA.com. Scuba.com. BizChair.com. Your one-stop shop for premium commercial furniture that blends quality with affordability. From ergonomic office chairs to durable restaurant seating, we cater to diverse industries including corporate, medical, hospitality, and education. With over 20 years of experience, we offer fast shipping, exceptional customer support, and furniture solutions that stand up to high-traffic environment. Elevate your space with BizChair's vast selection of stylish, reliable, and cost-effective furniture. Visit us today at BizChair.com to transform your business. At Mitzi, we believe the right light can transform any space. Born from a third-generation lighting family, we craft beautifully designed, premium lighting that's made to be affordable. Inspired by Grandma Mitzi's eclectic style, we're on a mission to make high-quality lighting accessible to all. Whether you're updating your space or adding a unique fixture, Mitzi has the perfect design for you. Beautiful, well-made lighting without the high price tag. Discover your perfect light at Mitzi.com. That's MITZI.com. Mitzi. Founded in 1910, Samsonite is the world leader in durable, high-quality luggage and travel accessories. Made to the highest standards, our products won't let you down. We give you the confidence to get out there and explore. Inspired by the past, devoted to the present, and built to inspire a multi-generational future, Samsonite is here to elevate your journey. Travel with Samsonite and pack confidence every step of the way. Shop now at shop.samsonite.com. The grinder mentality that Randy and Brent Habert built into 44 Pro runs deep within our team. Every member shares a passion for the craft, the game, and most importantly, the player. When you step onto the field with a 44 Pro custom glove, you'll feel the difference. It's not just a glove, it's a 44 Pro. Crafted with dedication, made for performance, and built to last. Get your custom glove today at 44pro.com and experience the 44 Pro difference. That's 44pro.com, 44 Pro. Golf Partner, the world's largest golf store network, offers more purchasing opportunities than anywhere else. With a dominant market share and a wider selection of quality secondhand golf clubs than our competitors, we make it easy for you to enjoy the game with affordable, top-quality equipment. Join us at golfpartnerusa.com and discover why we're the trusted choice for golf lovers worldwide. That's GOLFPARTNERUSA.com. Golf Partner.
Since 2003, Bluehost has been empowering people to harness their brands online with innovative web hosting solutions. Trusted by over 2 million users, we're the longest-running WordPress.org recommended host. With Bluehost, you get a safer, better web experience, supported by the world's most popular site builder, and backed by our commitment to open source projects. Visit Bluehost.com today and take your website to the next level.
Experience the future of secure private cloud storage with Internex. Protect your files with end-to-end encryption, ensuring your data stays private and accessible only to you. Enjoy seamless, fast storage without compromising security. Visit Internex.com today and take control of your digital life. That's INTERNXT.com today.
Have you ever watched true crime television and wondered, how did they get that story?
I can show you. I was a producer for 48 Hours on CBS News.
In my exclusive tell-all book, I'll take you where no audience has ever gone before. Don't miss out. Secure your copy of Killer Story, The Truth Behind True Crime Television today. Available everywhere books are sold.
Visit roguemediamusic.com for more music.
Hey, we're back live. Backyard Bar Stage and Grill. Going to get Chris up here in just a little bit to talk about who's going to be playing at the Backyard this weekend. My guest, Matthew Upchurch, by way of Waco. famous for the coffee shop over there. Yeah, what's it called? Coffee Cup?
Yes, sir.
The coffee cup over there. But anyway, I was interested when you said you work the oil field, and currently kind of the region you work in now?
Yeah, I'm around Hobbs, New Mexico, but Permian Basin,
Right.
all that area. That's where I've been the last 9 years.
Yeah. And my girlfriend and I are hooked on Landman TV show, and she would probably kick me if I didn't ask you, have you watched Landman? Is it fairly accurate?
No.
I love it.
No.
What would you say is the biggest misconception that people have about doing the show and actually doing the job?
There's just a lot of things that they do that are not accurate at all compared to what we really do out there. And it's just funny watching them. It's kind of like somebody that was in the military watching a military movie and being like, what are they doing? What are they doing? What are they wearing? Yeah. Same thing.
Exactly. Yeah. But you got to admit, old Billy Bob is perfect for that part.
He plays a really good role.
Woo, he's something. And you know, sometimes when I watch him, I'm thinking he's gone off script, that he's just winging it, because that's how it flows out of him. And I heard he signed up to do the second season, and so that'll be great. It's kind of like you're comparing that. That's kind of like Morris, Texas Ranger.
Oh yeah,
and you would talk to a real Texas Ranger, and they go, "That isn't anything like what we do."
I feel like real Texas Rangers walk around making Walker jokes.
Yeah,
like,
that's right. Who are some of the current or past musicians, bands, whatever, that you've always listened to over the years, and maybe you look up to and say, "Man, I like that music. I want to kind of be like that."
I really current. I really like what Cody Johnson's been doing for the last decade. I've been with him since Black and White label, and I really think that he set the bar so high on how to do this thing right and still keep it traditional and still put out real music that says something. And I want to strive to do that. In my songs, I want to try to say something, try to paint a picture.
You know, I'm not going to tell you where it was, but it was a big event, and Cody was about midway through the show. It was several acts in Austin, and it takes guts and it takes dedication to what you believe in for him to get out there after 2 or 3 acts, do what I would refer to as not country, and before 2 or 3 acts do, and he gets up there and says, "We've got to keep it country. We've got to keep it the way it is. You're going to destroy the format, the name." And that takes a lot of balls to do that, you know? And I love him for that.
And then to talk about God in front of tens of thousands of people.
Yes.
And mean it.
Yeah.
I truly believe he does.
Well, that's great. All right, Matthew's going to do another song for us.
Right on. Let's see. I'm going to write, this is one I wrote for a buddy of mine. It's called Dodge the Bullet. I think the lyrics will kind of give away the story. Just calling to see if you were okay. Heard you let a good one slip away. You'll never find another like that. What are you doing to get her back? I heard you've been staying out late at the bar, singing them songs and picking that guitar. Tell me how you ever let it get this far. It's tearing me all apart. I've been sober now for 3 long years tonight. took her leaving for me to start living my life. It wasn't easy at the end of the day. Nothing was as hard as trying to stay. When she left, she drove my name through the dirt. The truth didn't matter just as long as I was getting hurt. She loaded gun, finger on the trigger, man, she pulled it. I guess I dodged a bullet. Now you calling concerned after 3 years' time. Sounds to me like you made up your mind. Ain't you heard it? Every story's got two sides. Me, I ain't got nothing to hide. You didn't know that I knew that you knew what she did. Still, you looked me in the eye and you didn't say. Been best friends since we were kids. Who needs enemies with friends like this? Well, I've been sober now for 3 long years tonight. Took her leaving for me to start living my life. It wasn't easy at the end of the day. Nothing was as hard as trying to stay. When she left, she rubbed my name through the dirt. The truth didn't matter just as long as I was getting hurt. She's a loaded gun, her finger on the trigger, man, she pulled it. I guess I dodged a bullet. I dodged a bullet. I dodged a bullet. Thank you.
What's the little history you said about a friend? What's the story on that one?
So, I guess I won't say his name, but I wrote that song for Dusty Motes, and
Old Dusty.
yeah, we became pretty good friends a little over a year ago. It's about 2 years ago, I guess. And man, I wrote that song, and he calls me. He's like, "You wrote that song for me." I said, "Yeah."
That's great.
I did, man. He's a good dude. I felt like he'd been drugged through the dirt, and I just felt like I needed to write that for him.
I've got to say that he's a great guy. He's helped me. First of all, I had him where you're sitting, and he sang some songs, and then he said, if you ever need help lining some up, and he has gone way over and bended backwards to help me out booking artists, and I'm sure you're here because of him. And didn't he just recently maybe win an award up in the Fort Worth area? I think a Texas Music Award or something.
On the spot. What's it called?
It seemed like I saw that.
Yeah, but I can't think of the name.
Yeah, but good guy, very good guy. And I appreciate him so very much.
Yeah, me too.
I want to send a shout out. I got a couple of, when you watch the show, you can make comments. People can make comments. And I've got one that has come off of Facebook, and it says, "Good morning. I love the show, from Johnny O'Neill Sr. Morning." And then Bambi out in China Spring, she's watching. And I got to tell you, Bambi is the general manager of Alan Samuel's House of Travel here. And that's where I have the Zack and Jim Travel Club. And Bambi informed me last night that these are the last 4 days to take advantage of Zack and Jim, trip number 45 of our travel club, because Friday is the last day it's going to be offered at an incredible price. It's going to jump in price after Friday. So if you've been on the fence, jump on board, because we've got over 70 people booked. It's going to be an incredible 15-day vacation. It's going to be a cruise. I'll just throw it at you. We're going to bus up to DFW. We'll fly a round trip over to Athens, Greece. We'll spend the night, hotel included, in Athens. We'll board Norwegian Cruise Lines. We'll cruise 11 ports, Greek islands, Greece, Croatia, Montenegro, and we're going to end up in Venice, Italy, where we'll spend the night, hotel included, in Venice, and then we fly home. Once again, 15-day vacation, and it's 100% all-inclusive. The bus, the air, the cruise, your alcohol, your Wi-Fi, your hotel, your transportation, your tip, everything is a package deal, and a great package deal. So come go with us. It's July 31st through August 14th. Call over to Alan Samuels, House of Travel, at 776-2560. Talk to Bambi and say, I want to go on vacation. Do you like to travel, Matthew?
I love to travel.
I do too. That's it for me. That's life. It's seeing places and doing things. And you're a young guy and you got a long life ahead of you. So if I have any advice to you, it's travel.
I do it every chance I get. We just got back last night at like 11 o'clock we were out in New Mexico up at Sipapoo by Taos. Snowboarding the last couple of days before it all melted.
Is it still cold, chilly over there? Or is it?
I was in shorts and a t-shirt snowboarding, but I regretted that when I fell.
Yeah.
Soaking wet.
Yeah. You said you kind of like a little bit of classic country here and there and this and that. I'm going to give you some old classic country things that happened on this date in history. Back in 1967, Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum opened right there on Music Row, 16th Avenue and Division Street in Nashville. That was in 1967. 1984, Johnny Cash and George Jones appeared at the opening of Jones Country. It was a short-lived, but George Jones had his own amusement park at one time. Jones Country Music Park down in, I think it was here in Texas, right? 2008, Alan Jackson was at number one with Small Town Southern Man. And I always said this, Matthew, that the day that Alan Jackson and George Strait hung it up, I would hang it up. And Alan is about to hang it up, but still doing a great job. 2019, Loretta Lynn celebrated her 87th birthday, which is actually April 14th, but they celebrated today. All-star concert lineup held in Nashville at the Bridgestone Arena. Listen to this lineup that was there for her birthday. Garth Brooks, Trisha Yearwood, Martina McBride, Alison Krauss, Leanne Womack, Little Big Town, Casey Musgraves, Brandy Clark, Brandy Carlisle, Miranda Lambert, the Pistol Annies, Keith Urban, Darius Rucker, Tanya Tucker, Crystal Gale, Alan Jackson, and George Strait, all in one spot. Wouldn't you like to have been on a fly on the wall and backstage?
Yeah, I'd volunteer to be there for that one.
Woo! That is something else. So anyway, a few things that happened on this day. We're going to take a short break, come back. We'll have another song from Matthew Upchurch right here. Zack Owen Show. Big thanks to Waco Realtors, the Eastland Group, for being the major sponsor here on, every morning, Monday through Friday. Be right back.
Apollo Neuro is a new kind of wearable that helps your body recover from stress. It's like a wearable hug for your nervous system that helps you calm down and feel better. The Apollo wearable will send gentle vibrations to your body, like a song you can feel instead of hear. You feel better. You sleep better. And you can get back to being yourself. Learn more at apolloneuro.com.
When you learn a language with Babbel, you start a journey that takes you further and further. Anytime and anywhere you wish. It's easy and fun. Broadens your horizons and keeps your brain fit. A journey into new thoughts, new cultures, new adventures. So what are you waiting for? Start your journey with Babbel now. Go to babbel.com or download the app.
BadCreditLoans.com is a pioneering service provider that has carved a reputation in the financial industry for its dedication to helping individuals with bad credit secure loans. By making timely repayments, borrowers can gradually repair their credit history, thereby increasing their chances of securing better loan terms in the future. BadCreditLoans.com serves as a beacon of hope for those with bad credit. Simple, fast, and reliable loan application process. And its commitment to responsible borrowing makes it a trusted partner in the journey towards financial stability.
Did you know nearly all stock price changes of 10% or more result from a single news headline? These news catalysts create trading opportunities every day. All you need is a little help to reach out and take them. It doesn't matter if your investment budget is small or big. All you need is Benzinga Pro and its powerful news alerts, price tracking, and portfolio monitoring. Subscribe now, and we'll skyrocket your portfolio today.
BosleyMD.com.
I've always had thin hair my whole life. It breaks off at a certain length. In the last 6 months, I've noticed it just really bad. I mean, you could totally see it. I wear a hat a lot. I tried several different products. My experience with the Bosley MD hair regrowth kit was amazing. It was easy to use. It let me take off my hat. I could go in public and have my picture taken and feel normal again.
BosleyMD.com.
I don't know, if Bubble wasn't here, I don't know what people would be doing, like making PowerPoints or something. Bubble allows you to make it real and for it to actually work. So I feel like Bubble bridges that gap and being able to give people the opportunity to make their ideas come to life really quickly too. I love that I can sit down and build something the way that I think it should be built and have the control over it.
Bubble turns ideas into fully scalable apps. Try Bubble today.
Hi, I'm Jo from Face Theory. You're going to want to have a specific goal for your skincare routine. What do you want to achieve? Active ingredients are really strong, and if you're using too many at once, your skin can get overwhelmed. Don't overspend on products. Choose products that have scientific research behind them. At Face Theory, if you're not happy with a product, just say so, just give us a shout and we'll give you your money back, no problem.
I know you're gonna love this Kodak Dot Plus printer. You guys just connect it to your smartphone and then you're gonna use the Kodak Photo Print app. It's going to print you a 4x6 photo. I am just in awe. I love how these turned out. Also, the printer comes with a free cartridge of 10 photo sheets. I can assure you, you are going to love this printer as much as my family has. You guys have to check it out for yourself.
Backyard Bar, Stage, and Grill. This is where we are every Monday through Friday, 8 to 10 o'clock. And by the way, if you can't watch it live on YouTube, you can go back and catch it as a podcast anywhere you get your podcasts. Apple, Spotify, whatever it might be. I think there's 6,312 places that you can find the show. Just always search Zack, that's with a K, Z-A-C-K, Owen Show. This is show number 62. Matthew Upchurch is with us, and we found the information Mike provided, my trusty Mike. Congratulations to Dusty Motes, Brad Russell, Kyle Fambro for winning the 2025 Texas Music Chart Award Songwriters of the Year for their song Under the Neon. Do you know that song?
I do.
Can you sing a little of it?
See,
just a little bit.
Well, I don't play it. I know the song. I got it on here.
Yeah, he can play it on his phone there.
I can play it on my phone.
I love that.
Put that up to the speaker. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dusty.
But yeah, Dusty's a good guy, and congratulations on winning that award. When you write songs, do you write all your songs? I mean, like you were saying, you wrote about a friend, you wrote about daughter. Do you write all your songs specifically for you in mind, or would you write a song that somebody else would want to do?
I don't just write specifically for me. A lot of my songs are personal, whether they're about me or someone that I know, but I have written songs that I'm like, man, I have no idea where that came from. And I've been playing it somewhere and somebody came up to me like, hey, you wrote that song for me. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, cool. I was wondering who you were.
Yeah, yeah. You know, it's funny because in the being in radio for many years, I've had a chance to talk to songwriters and doing this show talking to songwriters. And some songwriters will say, oh, I wrote that with George Strait in mind, or I wrote that with so-and-so in mind. And it just, songwriting amazes me. I'd love to do that. You know, I wrote that one song. You may recall the one song, Don't Cry Down My Back, Baby, You'll Rust My Spurs. Remember, that was a big hit. And maybe you may recall the other one that Mike and I wrote together. She broke my heart and I broke her jaw. Oh, God, that was a heart touch to me right there. No, I can't write anything.
It's funny that you say that. My cousin spent 20 years in Nashville writing songs.
Oh, wow.
For George Strait, trying to get a cut. He finally got a cut. It was, there you go, making me remember stuff again.
Yeah.
I'll think of the name. I'll tell you in a second. I'll have to look it up. But he finally got his George Strait cut.
Yeah. I got a quick story. I knew a guy many years ago. He wrote a song called, and he was a singer as well. Name was Larry Boone. I think it was Larry Boone. And he wrote a song called Beyond the Blue Neon. And he was going to record it, and someone from George Strait's camp or the record label reached out and said, hey, we really like that one. We want to do that on the album. But not only did they, and it never, I don't think it ever became a single, but what was cool, they decided to title the album Beyond the Blue Neon. And if I recall, it has a picture of George Strait or something shooting pool. It's like in a pool like this with neon signs. But he told me, Zach, I built a beautiful home just from selling that song and it being an album, you know, cover.
That's really cool.
I love it. All right, Matthew is here. You're probably tired of us talking, so we're going to get back to music right now. Matthew Upchurch has another song here on the Zack Owen Show.
I mean, do you want to hear something about me, or you want to hear something I wrote for somebody else?
You surprise us.
All right. Here, I just wrote this song a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
It's about growing up in Venus, Texas. This town when I was 18, in need of a brand new start. I was screwing up and VPD tore my car all apart. They didn't find what they were looking for, at least that's what I'm told. They locked me up. Johnson County thought I was sleeping in the snow. Johnson County, there's no vacancy, but there's always room for more. Where you can see your breath and you can learn your lesson on the king-size concrete floor. They'll dress you in the finest threads tax dollars can buy. You'll have plenty of friends, so you won't be so lonesome you cry. Shine so bright. That water tower bulldog had red and blue tears in both his eyes. Thought I'd be sleeping in the homestead, much to my surprise. The backseat birdie started singing and telling them his lies. Johnson County, there's no vacancy, but there's always room for more. Where you can see your breath and you can learn your lesson on a king-size concrete floor. They'll dress you in the finest threads your tax dollars can buy, and you'll have plenty friends, so you won't be so lonesome you could cry. Black-eyed birdie woke up singing a different tune. It's in time to catch late checkout there at noon. I joined the army, went to Germany, shipped me to Iraq. And it's been 20 years and I'm telling y'all I ain't never going back. Johnson County, there's no vacancy, but there's always room for more. Where you can see your breath and you can learn your lesson on a king-size concrete floor. They'll dress you in the finest threads your tax dollars can buy. You'll have plenty friends, so you won't be so lonesome you can cry. You'll have plenty friends, so you won't be so lonesome you can cry. Johnson County.
All right. Talking about Johnson County, Cleburne, Texas.
That's it.
That's my first job in radio, was KCLE. Funny thing is, a buddy of mine, I was sitting at home the other afternoon on the back porch, and I get this text, and I hadn't heard from him in a while, and he sent me a picture driving through Cleburne, a picture of the old radio station. He said, didn't you start, 1977, first one there. And it's still there. I don't know if it's still operating, but yeah, Johnson County. Hey, when's your birthday?
June 26, 1987.
Well, you got a big birthday coming up. Here's some folks that are having, I guess you would say a birthday, but probably most of these are dead, but they would celebrate because today they were born. 1929, Bo Schembechler. I mean, you get it just everything great about Bo Schembechler. I'm sure he's passed on, being born in 1929. 1932, Debbie Reynolds was born. Allie McGraw was born in 39. Annette O'Toole was born in 52. Rachel Maddow was born in 73. Randy Orton, the wrestler. You can't say wrestler, you got to say wrestler. He was born in 1980. Brooke Lopez, NBA, was born in 88. And Logan Paul was born in 1995. Got some local birthdays I want to say happy birthday to. First of all, April Brooks. And April is watching this morning, probably sitting on the patio with a cocktail because it's Florida. Fort Myers, Florida. Happy birthday to April. Have a great day. Also, want to say happy birthday here locally. Today is Haley Pierce turning 29. Laura Kaufman, 41. James Brown, hot tub. James is turning 42. Anna Ivy having a birthday today. Chad Kasich is 48. Jeff Tanner turning 55. Shell Gauna, Gauna, having a birthday. Becca Mack, happy birthday. Happy birthday to Kim Raimundo, turning 51 years old. Have a great day. It's your day. Celebrate. Maybe right now Matthew will sing happy birthday to you. Here he goes.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I wish I was in Florida having a cocktail also. Happy birthday to you.
Woo! 62 musicians, you are the first to actually sing happy birthday. Yes. And you did a great job. I love that. You know,
I wrote that song actually.
Oh, I did too.
Yeah.
It's great. You know, and even if you go in that one restaurant where they go, happy birthday, you go, that's not the same. Come on. You know, our big sponsor is Waco Realtor. You know, this job, Matthew, is not even a job for me. It's a fun. You know, after 47 years in radio, this is really fun, different, unique. People all over the world can watch this. So this is fun, even though it is work. But my real job is real estate. I sell real estate, and I work for a company called Waco Realtors, the Eastland Group. And my buddy Kyle Eastland, who celebrated a birthday yesterday, so he would love for you to call him and purchase this home. He wants me to tell you about it. It's over in Spiegelville. It's a little bit over a half acre. It has a beautiful a beautiful home. It's 4-bedroom. I believe it's 2.5 bath, I believe. Anyway, it's got a great outbuilding. See the outbuilding, Chris?
Take a check.
Yes, right now. Make it out to, anyway. Beautiful outbuilding. Everybody wants a workshop. Everybody wants a metal. It's beautiful. Anyway, it's located on Paloma Drive. And give Kyle Eastland at Waco Realtors a call and say, I want to go take a look at this home. It won't be on the market very long. Chris Cox, my buddy, has appeared out of nowhere. He lives here. A lot of people think that after the show he goes home. No. He doesn't. He's here all the time.
Security. Overnight security. Hey, I built a shop, and I don't even work. That's how much people want to shop.
That's exactly right. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Chris has, I remember as a kid, my grandfather was a night watchman. As he got older.
So same as me here.
Yeah, and he had this, he would ask me, he'd say, you want to come out and spend some time? He was overnight, and it was you know, when you go to Fort Worth and you're going up the highway to downtown, on the left, there's a bunch of grain elevators.
Yep.
He was a night watchman for grain elevators. And this is after he retired from what was then called Link Temco Vault, LTV. Anyway, I would go with him, and he carried this, it looked like a canteen that you would drink, and that's where he would take that key, and he would walk around, and that's letting everybody know before computers, hey, I check this. But one thing I can remember about that place, he would go, you want to go up to the top? I'd go, yeah. I was a little kid, and going up those elevators was a continuous belt, and it had a little step, and it never stopped. It kept going, and you had to go and grab hold and go up, but you had to get off. But if not, it flipped over and came back down. And I remember as a kid, I was so scared that I was going to flip over.
I think that same area, that same old buildings that they put the big Halloween deal in.
Yeah.
The haunted house.
And all around that area is being renovated, and new bars and restaurants and stuff coming on that side of the. Anyway, Chris is here, not to reminisce, but to talk about what's going on. First of all, we got to go back, and I mentioned this earlier, we've got to go back and say, great show from Pat Green, incredible show from the Huser brothers.
Yeah, I don't really know what I can say. Pat put on a heck of a show, almost to capacity, and then the Hoosiers broke their original record in attendance. And you know what? Another thing, hats off to Chance and Parker and our sound, who brought out a brand new light package. You know, they filmed that whole show live.
Fire and smoke.
Yeah, it was pretty nice. So hats off to those guys. I wish them the best, and hope we can pay for a little bit of gas, get them up and down the road a little longer.
That's right. Well, what's coming up this weekend?
Man, Watermelon Crawl. Know who that is?
Yeah.
Neil.
The Texas.
Neil McCoy.
Yeah.
Which is, if you've never seen Neil McCoy live, once you see him live, you will go see him anytime he's around, because it's just a phenomenal show. And then Saturday, kind of becoming one of the living legends of Texas country, Aaron Watson.
Aaron. So Neil McCoy, it's a Texas weekend, because East Texas, Neil McCoy's from Longview. West Texas, out close to Abilene, is where Aaron's from. So we got East and West.
Yep, and both of those guys are just some of the nicest people you'd ever want to meet To the point that their tour manager has to go, hey, you have a show.
Quit talking.
You quit talking to these people.
Yeah.
So anyway, come on out if you can. And, Friday, there's a little chance of weather, but, we don't expect 1,000 for Neil, so there'll be plenty of covered area for you.
Yeah, puts on a heck of a show. Great show. And while I have you, don't want to let you get out of here without this, because I saw the ad on Facebook or TikTok. You are, because things are picking up big time, you're looking for pretty much all positions. If you're looking for a job, you've got a job for them here at the backyard.
Yeah, especially for our big concerts out back. There's just so many gates to cover and people to secure. So we're looking for some help. And then guess what? It's kind of a nightmare cleaning up after 3,000 people in an open lot.
Yeah.
I try to not be here. I take off that night.
Yeah.
I'm not the night watchman on that night.
Yeah.
I know you got sports and stuff, and I'm doing stuff. Thanks for having us. Thanks for continuing this another month, at least, here at the backyard. We appreciate it. And
absolutely.
Everybody involved.
And that's no April Fool's.
No, you're right.
Today is the day.
Yeah.
Today's the day. Chris Cox, Backyard Bar, Stage, and Grill. 2 big shows this weekend. Make sure you go to the website, get tickets. Speaking of sports, we got Zach standing by. Talk about what's happening with the Pete Sousa show today. What's up, Zach?
Hey, Zach. How are you doing today?
I am doing great. Has anybody tried to pull anything on you?
No,
thankfully, no. My son is only 5 months old. He's not ever enough to pull anything yet, so he has cooperated. I have not got out there, but I'm sure by the end of the day, somebody will try something.
Oh, yeah. Hey, what are you going to talk about today? I'm sure it has something to do with the big basketball tournament.
Yes, sir. We're now into the Final Four. We have our Final Four teams left there. Pete obviously is going to talk college basketball. We also are in the full swing of baseball season. The torpedo bats that the Yankees use are a hot topic over the weekend. Well, the Reds used them last night as they put a 14 on the Rangers. But also more baseball news there. And great goes to the NBA playoff.
And what I want to know is the truth. Is that a real or fake plant over your left shoulder?
It's fake, but it is a real stuffed animal rhino up there. So, yeah. So, fake plant, real stuffed rhino.
Those bats just kind of sprung out of nowhere. Did people know about this ahead of time? Or
I think they knew stuff. Obviously, it's the way of how you hit the ball. It's forcing players to, make more contact with the barrel, the way they're shaped. But it's something where it's like, I don't think anybody's done it before, so as Major League Baseball really need to step there and then say anything. But now that they have, it's one of those where it's like, well, it's not in the rules, but obviously people are having problems with it. Maybe we need to look into it. Maybe we do need to say something about it. So this just might be the start of more and more talk you hear about these bats.
All right. Hey, Zach, thanks a lot. Have a great day. We look forward to hearing the Pete Sousa show coming up after 10 o'clock.
Yes, sir, Zach. Thank you, sir. You have a good one yourselves.
All right. Talking sports, Pete Sousa, right after 10 o'clock. Matthew Upchurch, my guest today. Matthew, you got a big song here to close her out?
I can't. What do you want to hear? You want to hear something upbeat? Slow? What do you want?
Yeah, let's do something upbeat today.
Upbeat? All right.
Get us all going.
It's called Take It Back Around. I wrote this for a bunch of guys I worked with on NORAM 28. Sitting in a duck blind, have I lost my mind? I'm about to freeze to death. The echoes in the water, wishing it was hotter. I can barely see through my breath. Till the woody started whistling, it coming like a missile, and I rise on out of that sea. Hit 'em with a call, y'all, hit 'em with a lead wall, let that iceberg eat. You know I can't lie, nothing gets me higher than a mallard invasion coming from the sky. Rolling round, better put that plug back in your shotgun. Got the dog trained right out the first limit, out of sight, pick 'em back up when the sun goes down. Make a big old pot of that green wing jambalaya. Send them Clemson kiddies back home to Carolina. Take it back around. They got Burrow and Drew Brees, 100 million pine trees. Yeah, it sounds funny when they talk. Take you places and a jumbo, better hope sheep butcher. You'll be dodging gators while you walk. Like them boys from Western Road, told them how the Bible goes. The Constitution doesn't matter when you're right. And told them they could have it, now they hunting squirrels and rabbits, kicking frogs on a Friday night. Singing I can't lie, nothing gets me higher than a mallard invasion coming from the sky. Warden rolling round, better put that plug back in your shotgun. Got the dog trained right out the first limit, out of sight, pick 'em back up when the sun goes down. Make a big old pint of that green winged Tuesday. Tell them road tide home, we'll try again another day. Yeah, take it back around. Take it back around. Thank you.
Matthew Upchurch, all the way. Well, he started at Venus, swung by the moon, ended up in Waco, came over here, works in the oil field out in deep West Texas. I really, really appreciate you coming over. Great songs, great songwriter, and I wish you the very best in your career. Is this something you want to really kind of slide over to full time, or?
Yes, sir, I do. I do want to do it full time. I'm just trying to get there.
Well,
navigate it with 5 kids.
Oh yeah, we've been sliding across the bottom while you sing information on how people can get in touch with you. So, is there a regular place? I know I asked this earlier about Waco where people could play. Is there a regular gig you have?
I play in I played a couple different places in Burleson. If they'll follow me on social media, I post on there where I'm going to play every week. So the backyard over there, Del Norte Taco. I got a couple other ones in the works that are going to be a pretty steady thing, I think.
Right.
And yeah, stay tuned.
Well, I appreciate you. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Matthew Upchurch, great job this morning here on the Zack Owen Show. Thank you also to Dustin Coufal, new president and CEO over at the Extraco Event Center. Now, coming up tomorrow morning, here's what we got. You've always wondered how weathermen can be so wrong and keep their jobs so long. Well, the weather guy, the weather guru, Brady Taylor, is going to be on the show. My buddy Brady's going to be here. We're going to talk about weather and how they do it over at News Channel 10 here in Waco. So Brady Taylor, 8 o'clock. And then 9 o'clock, I've got William Wallace is going to come in and perform for us. First time to hear William, so we look forward to that in the 9 o'clock hour tomorrow morning. All brought to you by Waco Realtors, the Eastland Group, and Be Kind Coffee over on Washington Avenue, open till 6 o'clock tonight. Have a great day. Hey, happy April Fool's Day. Going to be a gorgeous day, around 80, light wind, and mostly sunny. I miss you, Jim. We'll see you back tomorrow at the Backyard Bar, Stage, and Grill.
Keep the music playing.